Attila the Hun, often referred to as the Scourge of God, remains one of history's most enigmatic and feared leaders. His name evokes images of ruthless conquest, unparalleled destruction, and a relentless quest for power. Rising to prominence during the 5th century, Attila left an indelible mark on the Roman Empire, shaking its foundations during a time of great instability. His reign as the ruler of the Huns not only unified a scattered nomadic confederation into a formidable force, but also demonstrated the devastating potential of a leader driven by ambition and strategic brilliance. Attila's campaigns in Europe were marked by terror and violence, and his encounters with the Roman Empire highlight the twilight years of one of history's greatest civilizations. Attila's path to power began in 434 CE, when he and his brother Bleda inherited the joint leadership of the Hunnic Empire following the death of their uncle Rugila. At the time, the Huns were a loosely organized group of nomadic tribes, feared for their swift cavalry and devastating raids. However, they lacked a unified command and cohesive strategy. Attila changed that. While ruling alongside his brother, he worked to consolidate power, forging alliances with various tribal leaders and centralizing authority. This period also saw Attila engage in diplomacy with the Roman Empire, often under the guise of peace negotiations while strategically positioning himself for future conquests. The brothers' rule, however, was short-lived, as Attila soon turned against Bleda, eliminating him in 445 CE to become the sole leader of the Huns. This act of fratricide, while brutal, was a testament to Attila's determination to control and expand his empire without internal dissent. Once in full control, Attila unleashed a reign of terror that would redefine the power dynamics of Europe. His military campaigns were characterized by an unmatched ferocity and strategic ingenuity. In 441 CE, Attila launched his first major offensive against the Eastern Roman Empire. The campaign targeted the Balkans, a region crucial to Roman stability. His forces, composed of highly mobile cavalry units, overwhelmed Roman defenses, sacking cities and leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. The destruction was so severe that Emperor Theodosius II was forced to sue for peace, agreeing to pay a massive tribute to the Huns. This was only a prelude to Attila's ambitions. The tribute brought temporary respite but emboldened Attila, who saw it as a sign of Roman weakness. In 447 CE, he resumed his attacks on the Eastern Roman Empire, this time advancing even further into the Balkans. His forces reached the very gates of Constantinople, and only the formidable Theodosian walls prevented the city's fall. Once again, the Romans had to resort to diplomacy, increasing the tribute payments to placate the relentless Hun. Attila's campaigns against the Western Roman Empire are among the most dramatic episodes of his career. By 450 CE, the Western Empire, under Emperor Valentinian III, was already weakened by internal divisions and external pressures. Sensing an opportunity, Attila turned his attention westward. His justification for invading Gaul was a personal appeal from Honoria, the ambitious sister of Valentinian III, who had sent Attila a plea for help against a forced marriage, accompanied by her ring. Whether or not Honoria genuinely intended to marry Attila remains unclear, but he seized the opportunity, declaring himself her betrothed and demanding half of the Western Roman Empire as her dowry. When this claim was rejected, Attila launched a full-scale invasion of Gaul in 451 CE. The campaign in Gaul was one of the most significant military endeavors of Attila's career. His forces, strengthened by a coalition of Hunnic warriors and allied Germanic tribes, rampaged across the region, destroying cities such as Metz and threatening others like Orleans. The Western Roman Empire, recognizing the existential threat posed by Attila, formed an alliance with the Visigoths under King Theodoric I. This coalition confronted Attila at the Battle of the Catalonian Plains, also known as the Battle of Chalons. The battle, fought on a massive scale, was one of the bloodiest of the ancient world. Although the coalition managed to halt Attila's advance, it was not a decisive defeat for the Huns. Attila withdrew, regrouping his forces and preparing for another campaign, this time aimed directly at the heart of the Western Roman Empire. In 452 CE, Attila invaded Italy, a campaign that underscored both his strategic brilliance and his capacity for destruction. His forces devastated northern Italy, razing cities such as Aquileia, which was so thoroughly destroyed that it was said no trace of it remained. Other cities, such as Milan and Verona, surrendered without resistance, hoping to avoid a similar fate. Rome itself seemed doomed, but a combination of factors conspired to prevent its fall. Famine and disease had taken a toll on Attila's army, and logistical challenges made it difficult to sustain the campaign. Additionally, a delegation led by Pope Leo I met Attila near the Po River. While the exact details of their meeting remain shrouded in mystery, it is believed that Leo's plea, combined with the deteriorating condition of Attila's forces, persuaded the Hun leader to withdraw. This act cemented Leo's reputation as a powerful spiritual figure and left Rome intact for the time being. Despite his fearsome reputation, Attila's leadership extended beyond sheer military might. He was a shrewd diplomat, capable of manipulating alliances and exploiting divisions among his enemies. His dealings with the Roman Empire often involved complex negotiations, blending threats with offers of peace. He used diplomacy as a tool to extract wealth, demanding tributes that drained Roman coffers and weakened their capacity to resist his incursions. Furthermore, Attila understood the psychological impact of his reputation. Stories of his cruelty and the unstoppable nature of his armies spread fear throughout Europe, often causing cities to capitulate without a fight. Attila's sudden death in 453 CE marked the end of the Hunnic Empire's dominance. According to historical accounts, he died on his wedding night after marrying a young woman named Ildiko. The cause of his death is uncertain, with some sources suggesting he suffered a severe nosebleed or internal hemorrhage, while others speculate foul play. His death plunged the Hunnic Empire into chaos, as his sons fought over the succession, leading to its rapid decline. Without Attila's unifying leadership, the Huns were unable to maintain their dominance, and their power faded as quickly as it had risen. Attila's legacy is a complex one. To the Romans and many of the peoples he conquered, he was a barbaric invader, a symbol of destruction and chaos. His campaigns hastened the decline of the Western Roman Empire, exposing its vulnerabilities and contributing to its eventual fall in 476 CE. However, within the Hunnic world, Attila was revered as a great leader who brought unity and strength to his people. His ability to command loyalty and inspire fear made him one of history's most formidable figures. The story of Attila the Hun is a testament to the volatile nature of the late Roman Empire and the power of a determined and visionary leader. His rise from the steppes of Central Asia to the pinnacle of power in Europe demonstrates the transformative impact a single individual can have on the course of history. Attila's name endures as a symbol of both the might and the fragility of empires, a reminder of how quickly the balance of power can shift in the hands of an extraordinary leader. His legacy, while rooted in terror and conquest, also reflects the resilience and adaptability of the ancient world in the face of unprecedented challenges.